Hello, good morning, everybody out there. Very good morning to you all. On today's video, I want to be showing you how I'm going to make my wrapping top with peplum. At first, I have my fabric here, and I'm going to start from the back side. I already brought out this length for my back side, and I'm going to start this way. The measurement, my half length is 17 plus 1 inches for the seam allowance is 18. That's for my half length. I mean from my shoulder to my waist before the peplum. Okay, so everything, if I have to take my measurement from my shoulder to my waist exactly this way, is a wrapping top with peplum, the one you can use for your trousers and for short skirt. You take the let me see if you can see me this way. I have to turn my camera up a bit. Okay, I hope you are seeing me. From my shoulder this way down here, that is the half length I'm having here, which is 17. Okay, then if I have to go down to where I want my top length, it should be here 25, because I'm going to be using it for trouser. Okay, so I just want to show you how I'm going to start everything. So I already have this one. I cut it already out of this fabric here. So the length I'm going to be using is 17. Like I said before, 17. I have it here already. Then my bust is 40. So I have to do it this way. Please, let's do it together. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. All right, this way is better. Okay, my bust is 40. So what I do, let me just show you how I divide my 40, mostly for the beginners. That is why I'm doing this video. 40, if I divide 40 into 4, everything I'm doing with the fabric here, if you want to do yours at home, always divide everything with if you are folding your fabric, make sure you fold it into 4, and whatever measurement you have, your bust, your shoulder, everything, you must divide them into 4. Okay, so right now I have my 40 as my bust. So if I divide it into 2, that will be 20, then into 4 will be 10. So I have my 10 here already. I'm going to cut out the back side like I said. So I have to fold it into 2 this way. I want to cut them separately. So this is I have to make sure it's up to that 10 that I want. Here, 10. Then I have to mark it up here. Then I have to have 4 inches allowance for the dart and for the seam allowance for the both side. Okay, for the waist. So I'll have to leave it this way, and I have to bring it out this way. So what I'm going to do right now is to draw out all the pattern. First, I have my measurements. The length already is 17. So I have 1 inch here as seam allowance to my peplum. I have to take it down all the way from the top there to the downside here. I'm not using ruler right now, so you can also do it with your hand, but if you have ruler, you can also do it to make it smart for you. So I'm just doing it for the beginners, okay? So now, right now, because it's a high shoulder, not off shoulder, because it's high shoulder, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my shoulder here. My shoulder is 16. So what I need to do, because I break this fabric into 2 now, so I have to divide it into 2. That will give me 8 plus a ½ inch for the seam allowance, okay? Then I have to come this way, like 3½ inches. That's for the next circumference. Then for the dip, just for me, you can, you know, a lot of people have to decide on what to do. For me, I am taking 1 inch for the deepness of my back neck, okay? Then I have to curve it this way. I don't make it straight, I just curve it like this. Then I have to take from my shoulder, I need a dart now, a princess, a dart. I have to, from my shoulder here, I have to make 12 for the under bust, okay? Then I have to get my armhole out right now. Already I have 8 here. Then from this same point where I have my mark, I have to take here, I need 8½. Then you have to do it all the way this way. Then I have to make sure everything comes to this line here. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing, please. Then I have to bring out 1 here, just for me to get to curve my armhole, because you're not going to make it a square, you just curve it. That's what I'm going to do. So then I have to make the 8½ here. Anything you have here, you have to divide it into 2 to get your right princess dart. So I have 8½ here, 8½, that will give me close to 4½, because 4½ is 9, so that will give me, so I'll just make it 4½, okay? So right now I have to come to my waist. Everything you have to divide it. I have to come to my, let me bring it close to the camera. I have to divide my waist. Now my waist is 38. So what I will do is 38 divided into 2, that will be 19. Then 19 divided into 2, that will give you 9½. So what I'm going to do, let me just show you how I divide it, in case if I can do it other way around, but let me just show you how to divide in case you don't know how to divide it. This is 38. Then you divide it into 2 first. That gives you 19. Then you come again like this. You have 9½. So 9½ inches, you do it this way for the waist just to get your waist first. Then with the seam allowance, I'll have three, okay. Then I'll have to break this 9.5 into 2 just to get my right dart. That will give me 9.5 into 2. I have to break it into 2 because I folded it into 2 already. That will give me 4.5.2 inches. So I'll make it this way. So that's my dart, right? Then I'll just bring it this way with my normal mark. Then I have to bring it down this way. Yeah. All right. And don't forget, I have to make 1/2 inch this way for the dart and 1/2 inch this way for the dart. We are making it both sides. Then I'll have to make it this way. I'll turn it here. Then the other one also, I'll turn it there. So I have this marked already. So what I'm going to do right now is I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to bring this camera closer. So right now, remember I divide this armhole into 2 just to get the princess dart. So right now what I'm going to do, I just want to take it down this way and curve it to the armhole. Okay, just like this. I don't need a ruler for this. You see, this is how I've done everything. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to cut it right now. So I will start from the neckline. And another thing is to make a slant here, please, with 1/2 inch. Then I have to cut it this way first. So what I'm going to do right now is to bring her this way, like this. Okay, then I'll have to bring this one out first. Then I'll have to trim here just to make sure I have my dart correctly. Yes. So right now this is what I have here. This is what I have here. And now I have to measure here first, right from this place where I have my normal waist point. So I have 11.5. So what I need to do right now, I need to shape the side here. And I'll have to make it this way. Kind of, I'll just shape it a bit. Yeah. So the back side is done right now. I'm done with the back side. Then what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to use this same measurements to cut out the front side. Okay, so everything I'm having right now is 12.5 because my normal bust is 10. Then I'm adding 2.5 inches right now after cutting, so that will be enough for me for the darts and for the hemming for the extra. All right, so I'm going to use this one now to bring us the front side. First I keep it here. This one will not be enough, so what I need to do, I have to cut a new one. Okay, I have to leave the other one there first. So right now, I'm here to cut out the front side of my fabric. So whatever I am doing right now with the front side, I have to make sure I have extra on it for the front side, because I'm going to be overlapping the top, so I need extra excess on it, like 4 inches extra. Excuse me, please. So I'm back. So I have to take it here. Let's see if I have my accurate measurement here. So yes, this is exactly the excess I need over here for the lapping. If it's not enough, you have to make sure it's what you want. Okay, I need 4.5 inches here. I have to mark my line. All right, I have to make sure everything is together. Otherwise, what I need to do, for me not to waste this fabric right now, I'm going to shift it up. There's no need of me wasting it. I have to shift it up. Yeah, so it's better this way. I don't have to waste it. Then we still have a lot here. I have to shift it a bit more to make sure everything is together. So I need the same measurements for the length. So I have it done already. So what I need to do right now is just to make sure I mark that 8 for the neckline. The 8 is still there. Then I have to trim out the side first. Because the front side is going to be V-shaped, so I just have to cut it out like this first to make sure I get my shoulder first. So I have to trim everything out here. Like this. The armpits, the armhole must be measured the same way you measure the back side. So everything must be equal. I have a little excess here. I have to trim it out. Yeah, it's done. So that is the back and the front side, right? Then I have to bring out the excess from the front side to make it same. Because of the dart, I have to make it same. Now, I think I'm almost done here. So if there is any excess here, I have to take it off. Yeah, it's done. So there's little excess here too. I have to take it off. So right now I have the back side and the front side ready already. So I have to make it this way. Mark. This is for the back side. This for the back side. It's like this. And the other one this way. Okay, that's for the back. Remember, I'm going to be making a lining for this fabric. And the same way, I'll come like this, like I marked 3.5 for the neck line. have to cross it. Excuse me.